Yeah, what is up, PPL fans? Shoddy here, and we have our or my week 2 battle of the Pokemon Premier League. And I was really scared of this one. It's against my good buddy Ethan, aka Erasthamus Gaming, and the Miami Rotom-Heat. Now, Ethan has a scary team. He has a very offensive team. Like, his team can't go into defense. He just doesn't have the ability to. So I knew what I was gonna prepare for, and I was expecting, like, the 3 months that he is always gonna bring, like, no matter what, he has to bring Mega Lopunny, Talonflame, and Keldeo. And, you know, Keldeo's not a problem, I have Jellicent, but the other two are kind of problematic, depending on what sets he decides to run. And then Fortress Black, at least one of those is gonna be there, and yeah. it's kind of easy to plan for his team, honestly, but it's also difficult on the other hand because my team doesn't have a flying resistance, as you probably know by now. I'm probably the only team in the league without a flying resistance. Wait, yeah, I'm probably the only team in the league without a flying resistance, so it's kind of bad. But this battle is important because Ethan and I haven't been planning together, but we have been talking to each other about our plans for week 1 a lot, and also for weeks that are yet to come. So, I said come, lol, okay. So, we know a lot about our plans and team building structure thing. Fucking know. We know each other. That's my point. And I knew he was gonna try and sweep with Talonflame. He knew I was gonna try and sweep with Lando, week 1 that is, and it worked out for both of us. He got a 4-0, we got a 3-0. So, he's currently in front of us on the league table. We are 3rd, which is really good. Raikou and the Nottingham Forest Curse are number 1 after week 1, followed by Ethan, and then us, and taking Teddy Ursa, led by Ellie. So, this is a very important match because we want to be in number one spot. We're gonna be on top of the table. Hopefully, if we win this game, we have a good chance. If Rai doesn't win, that's kind of important. But yeah, I planned, and I'm not sure if it was the perfect plan, but I think I was proud, and I was pretty happy with how the team worked, and how it did, and stuff, and how it looked. Because when Ethan saw my team, he was like, "What the fuck is this team?" So that's good. So first up, we have Tryin, of course, my counter to Talonflame. I'm running max HP, max defense with 4 and 8 attack. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. Miguel's boyfriend is ready. He's not gonna be called Miguel's boyfriend this week though, because of reasons. Jennings didn't quite work out, and then we had to get one from a friend. Shout out to Estorm. You're a cool guy. I'm gonna put his link in the description. Go check him out. And before I forget, Slyro recorded a battle and he genned my other mon, so go check out Slyro. He's also in the league. So I'm gonna put his link in the description. Anyway, back to the team. Tryin. They have to counter Talonflame, and that's his only job. I cannot switch it into Lopunny. I have to deal with Lopunny with my other mons. Because I cannot let this thing get weakened too much. Even though I have a plan for that, which you will see in a second. The thing is, if he has an HP Ice Talonflame, which I was honestly expecting him to bring, like really, excuse me, because that 2 KOs a physical defensive Tryin. No matter what, if it's Life Orb. I'm not sure about other sets, I just calc Life Orb, which is a guaranteed 2 KO. And I was gonna run a bit of Spadef investment, but it didn't work out in the end because I would have had less physical bulk and I would not have been able to chew Brave Birds. So I just decided to go with fully physical defensive, hope that he does not have HP Ice, and if he does, then I guess I'm gonna have to play around that. So, the set that I'm running is Rock Slide for Talonflame, of course, Earthquake just for General Sap, U-Turn for Initiative, and then my gimmick for this week, Rest. The item is a Chesto Berry. Yes, we're bringing a Resto Chesto Landorus Tryin. Now, don't run that on a ladder. It's not a good set. But I figured in this scenario it would work out if I beat Talonflame 1v1 after he got a Brave Bird off, for example, or just somehow got damage off on me. And if he has like Natural Gift Ice, for example, that doesn't 2 KO, but it still does a good chunk. I can get back to full. I can't talk today, and be good. So yeah, Resto Chest Orlando, and after I beat Talonflame, I can go back to full and take on Lopunny as well. And yeah, I think this set is weird, but it definitely works out in this this matchup. So next up, we have my dedicated counter switch in check to Mega Lopunny, which is Mesprit. The Mesprit with a Choice Scarf, and yeah, it outspeeds Mega Lopunny. And I run Psychic for Lopunny and Keldeo. I outspeed both of them with my Choice Scarf and can knock them out. This is a slim chance that Lopunny lives, but I'm just gonna not hope that it happens. Ice Beam for Gligar, HP Fire for Fortress and Klefki, and then Healing Wish as my last move. Nice voice crack there. Healing Wish as my last move, just because Healing Wish is always helpful. Like, why not? I could run U-turn, but honestly, I didn't think it was that necessary. I thought Healing Wish would be more helpful in the end. Excuse me. DV spread is a bit odd, kind of. I mean, I have 60 HP in EVs, 248 in special attack, because that is max. On level 50, I get 4 free EVs technically, and 200 EVs into speed with a timid nature. 200 speed EVs allow me to outspeed Mega Lopunny by, I think, 2 points. Yeah, because I couldn't get 1 point. I don't know, math is a thing. I don't know how to do math. So yeah, Mesprit is there to check Mega Lopunny, check Keldeo, and also do damage to the Fortress, or kill Fortress and kill Klefki if necessary, so I don't switch into this safely. Next up, we have my dedicated Keldeo counter. 50 Cent, the Jellicent, with Water Absorb, of course. The other two only have one ability, so I don't have to talk about that. With Scald, just for general stab, because nothing on this team really wants to come in on Scald and get burned. Excuse me. So that's that. Unless he brings Ditto and switches into this, it's not that big a deal. Then we have Psychic for Keldeo and Lopunny. Just, yeah, Keldeo, if it's a Calm Mindset, I can beat it 1v1 with this. Then Recover, because recovery is kind of obvious. And then Taunt, because I can prevent Fortress from doing things. I can taunt Klefki, and I can taunt Gligar if necessary. Of course, I'm slower than the last two because of Prankster and because of base speed. But still, I can taunt him after the one thing, or I'll switch in. And yeah, that is not as annoying anymore. The EV spread is somewhat specific, not really. Max HP, 140 special defense EVs with a calm nature, that's the one, and 116 defense EVs. This just allows me to be not too KO'd by Specs, Keldeo's HP, Ghost, Electric, Grass, Dark, one of the 4 ever, and then I still have a bit more physical bulk, which is always appreciated. So yeah, Jellicent 50 Cent is there for Keldeo only, pretty much, and can still take on your Mega unless it's Shadow Ball, which is nice. So yeah, that's that. Excuse me. Next up, we have Nidoqueen, the Nidoqueef. Other way around, Nidoqueef, the Nidoqueen. That's the one. With Earth Power for stab and to hit things hard, Ice Beam for Gligar, T-Bolt for Talonflame, and Stealth Rocks. I need Stealth Rocks, of course, because yes, Yon Mega and Talonflame, they're both kind of weak to Stealth Rocks. They're pretty allergic to it, actually. So there's that. I was gonna put Fire Blast on there, but I realized it's not necessary, because Earth Power 2 kills Fortress anyway. Because I'm Shield Force, Life Orb, which, you know, is just pretty standard, and I need to hit things hard. And I can still take hits, because I'm running 168 HP EVs, 84 speed EVs, which allow me to outspeed Gligar by a couple points. I'm not sure how many, I don't remember. I thought about it, but I don't remember it now. I think 2 or 3 points, something like that. And yeah, if he decides to speed creep a little bit, if he decides to speed creep my speed creepy Nidoqueen a little bit, I can still outspeed him. So that's good. And get an Ice Beam off, which doesn't kill Spidef Gligar. Always. It has a chance to live, but it almost OHKOs, and that's nice, I think. No, it doesn't OHKO. It never OHKOs. It does a lot of damage, though. That's the one. And I run 164 special attack EVs and 92 defense EVs with a bold nature. And the bold nature with the EVs allow me to not get 2-hit killed by Mega Lopunny ever. So that's good. I can live a return, get an Earth Power off, live another one, and kill it with another Earth Power. That's kind of the plan, just in case that happens. And I still hit reasonably hard with Sheer Force Life Orb. So yeah, that's it. And the 5th team member is once again Crobat, Alaba. We're running a very similar set to last week actually. Still no item, still acrobatics, still roost, still defog, but taunt over U-turn because I can wait, what do I have for Fortress? Mainly Fortress and Gligar. I can prevent him from doing annoying things. And yeah, also Klefki kind of. Even though it has Pranks, of course, I can still taunt it on a switch in, for example, because it's his only flying resistance, so you might want to switch it in at some point. I mean, everything wants to switch into an acrobatics can get taunted, so that's nice. So, we're running 244 HP, because it does make a difference on level 50 if you have 244 or 248, so that's nice. 156 attack, 104 speed with a Jolly Nature, which allows me to outspeed a Jolly Keldeo by, I think, 1 point, 2 points, something like that. And 4 in defense, just because they were kind of left over. So, more physical bulk by 1 point to take hits from Lopunny. And Crobat is mainly there to check Lopunny and Keldeo. Outspeeds both of them, it can take hits from a scuffed Keldeo. And knock it out with acrobatics. So, yeah, Crobat is not, once again, it's not necessary, but it does a job and it does it well. And last but not least, we have our big threat for this week. Talon, not Talonflame. That's not the one. This is terrible. Typhlosion, Hot Sauce with a choice specs. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to go back to Crobat. It's Infiltrator this week because he saw that I had Inner Focus last week. So I figured he would not go for Fake Out on my Crobat with his Lopunny, which gives me a bit of an advantage maybe. So yeah, I'm running Infiltrator just to kind of fake him out. And if he decides to run sub on anything, like Keldeo for example, if it's sub Calm Mind, I can still destroy him. So, back to Typhlosion. Like I said, choice specs with Eruption, Fire Blast, Extrasensory, and Hidden Power Rock for Talonflame. This thing just punches so many holes in his team. He has nothing that wants to come in on his choice specs Eruption. TV spread is pretty straightforward. Max special attack, 248 speed because that's the max with a Timid Nature, and 8 in defense just because why not? I can live a Brave Foot. And I'm running Blaze just because if he decides to bring Ditto, he cannot get the Flash Fire boost, which means he doesn't have a switch into this still. And if I go into Blaze range, I can kill everything ever. And unless he's a really bulky Talonflame or a bulky Keldeo, nothing switches into this. And I can get switches on Fortress, I can get switch on Klefki. And yeah, it's just really good Pokemon. I'm not bringing the following Pokemon. Let's see if I can get them on top of my head. Zoroark. I wanted to bring Zoroark because it can do a lot of damage to his team, but the problem is it's slower than his team. Lopunny just outspeeds and kills me with Fake Out plus Return if I'm running a Focus Sash. Talonflame outspeeds me and kills me with Brave Bird. And also Keldeo outspeeds me, so even though I was going to run Focus Sash, I wasn't going to sweep him. And getting up a Nasty Plot on his team is kind of difficult. So I decided against Zoroark this week. Once again, I'm sorry. Also still not bringing Mega Scissor because he has a Talonflame and it's just kind of a free switch, even though I calculated earlier and Hidden Power Rock from a Technician Mega Scissor without any special attack investment and neutral nature does around 80% to Talonflame with a bulky Talonflame, standard bulky spread, I don't know what it is, but that one. And that's pretty impressive, but yeah, still. Scissor wasn't going to do too much. I was expecting him to bring Fire Punch or Mega Lopunny because HJK doesn't 2-hit KO me, while Fire Punch can if I'm fully defensive. But Yeah. So he would have to sacrifice a move slot, for example, Fake Out, which would be cool, but you know. So yeah, that's that. I don't have Mega Scissor for that reason. It can't sweep him if Talonflame and Keldeo are gone, but other than that, it's just not necessary. It would be helpful, but not necessary. So, also Meganium not bringing you. Sorry, Captain. Once again, there are things that can kill you, and you don't deal well with them, buddy. Once again, that's just how it goes. I need other things more. And then Clefable. Did not decide to bring Clefable. I mean, it would be helpful against his team, but D6 are just the most useful ones. And who else did I not bring? One more. No, wait, two more? Fuck! Let me pause this real quick. Okay, also didn't decide to bring Sork, because Sork does a lot of damage to his team. But on the other hand, if he has Fake Out, Return on Lopunny, or High Jump Kick, it just doesn't do well. And Fortress, if it's physically defensive, does not get 2-hit code unless I'm Bandit. And if I run Bandit, then he has a 3-2 Gligar, which doesn't die to an Expert Belt Ice Punch. So it's not perfect for this matchup, honestly. It would have been helpful, but it's not necessary. Like I said, I just think that the 6 Pokemon that I brought are the most helpful for this matchup. So, that's it. I can do math. I counted. So, that's my team. 70 minutes of team analysis and me doing a pre-game speech. Well, doing a pre-game speech because I can't be bothered to look not terrible today. So, sorry. So, the team, the Pokemon that Ethan decided to bring against me are, of course, Mega Lopunny, Talonflame, Keldeo. So, and now the 3 other mons, Yanmega, Fortress, and Klefki. So, threats I see on his side, Yanmega could be threatening. Of course, Lopunny, Talonflame are threatening, like I said, but not surprising there. Yeah, if he has HPIs on Talonflame, that's an issue. If he doesn't, then I'm fine. And since he doesn't have Gligar, which surprised me, I am free to get up my rocks and then spin block with Jellicent at any time, any point in time. So, also he didn't bring Gligar, which I'm happy about because Gligar's kind of annoying, even though I have 2 Ice type moves, a Spec Lotion and a Jellicent, but still, Gligar's annoying, and it could defog. So yeah, there's that. The thing is, his team is not really too scary. I'm happy that he brought this team, honestly. And yeah, there's nothing. Okay, is there anything I can say that's not spoiling too much? He has HPS in Fortress, which is interesting. Also, he didn't bring Sub-Disable Haunter, which I think could have done a lot of work against my team, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, it could maybe do a couple things to my team. So, there's not much to say about his team, honestly. It's pretty straightforward, and I already mentioned it when I went about my team. So, I'm gonna talk about my lead though. I'm leading with Typhlosion. After I saw this, because I figured he was gonna lead with Fortress or Klefki, which was incredibly stupid of me, because there's Mega Lopunny, and it's just kind of what you lead with. So, I'm probably gonna repeat that when the battle starts, because I'm a fucking screw up. But yeah, that's gonna be team analysis. Let's get into the battle after way too long of an intro thing. Yeah, let's get it poppin'. Okay, you can see the teams. You have seen them before, or you have talked about them, and you have seen them. So, let's just get right into the battle. So, like I said, I am leading with Typhlosion, expecting one of these 2 Steel types, which is a really terrible play, because he has a Lopunny, and there is never a reason not to lead with a Mega Lopunny. So, I'm just gonna go right out into Mesprit, which is my dedicated switch into Mega Lopunny. My dedicated check, counter, whatever you wanna call it. Because it technically is kind of maybe a counter. So, he Mega Evolves, obviously, because he has to. And just goes straight for the Fake Out, which Mesprit of course chooses because it has 105 base defense. It doesn't do that much, and I decided to just go straight for the Psychic, just because I didn't want to mess around with Mega Lopunny because it's a fucking threat. So, Psychic on the Klefki, I can gauge what set he is, maybe, potentially. It doesn't tell me anything. I don't know. If it was Fortress, I could have told you what set it is, but no idea. So, I decided to switch out here. Go to Nidoqueen, because Nidoqueef, whatever, can take every hit easily, and it also cannot get paralyzed, which is the main reason. And also, Nidoqueen puts me in a very good position here, because he has nothing that really wants to switch into this. Because Nidoqueen is just so powerful, and half this team is, or pretty much its entire team is grown, except for Yanmega. So I just go for Earth Power. But he decides to switch in Yanmega, which was kind of fishy. Because why would you switch in Yanmega? It can't do too much to me. He puts out the Psychic, and it was just bad planning on my part. I didn't even think of it. I think got Psychic, even though I know it, I just like, it didn't cross my mind, just not for 1 second. So, right here, I just had to go for my Stealth Rocks, and I do that because since he switched this in, I thought he was the Weakness Policy set. So he was gonna go for Endure on my Ice Beam or whatever, he rolled Fire Blast, whatever he was expecting, and then proceed to sweep me. But he just turned out to be Life Orb with Psychic, which is scary. Right here I was like, wait, I might get swept by this. Then I realized that I have a specially defensive 50%, so I don't really care. And right here, unless he has Shadow Ball, I'm really safe. And he doesn't have anything that wants to get burned, really. So I just go for Scald. He decides to go into Fortress, which, as he said after the battle, was a really big misplay on his part. I'm not sure if I agree with that, if it's really that big of a misplay. It would not have done too much against my team, in my opinion. So, do not get a burn, unfortunately. And right here I just go for the Taunt, so he can't get up his Stealth Rocks, cannot get any sort of spikes if he has them on this, and he cannot do any damage to me. Volt Switch does 30 HP, and even if it was like fucking Specs, he would not have done anything to Jellicent. Excuse me. So he decides to go into Mega Lopunny here. It's a threat, of course, but I can deal with it, as we know. So he decides to pull double here, which I'm not sure if I agree with that too much. He goes into Fortress on my expected Mesprit once again, and I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with this. He probably should have just gone straight for a return, but whatever. It works out for me because I can just go for an HP Fire. No reason to overpredict here because he has not seen HP Fire yet, and if he decides to switch to Scout for it, that's also fine. But I get the kill on the Fortress. Knock it out. Mesprit gets his first kill of the season, I think. Yeah. And he brings in Talonflame. It also means my rocks are here to stay. So, Talonflame, I have Lando. That's why it's here. And I was really scared he would click HPIs right here, right now, and I would just get bopped. But he decides to just go for the Roost, get back to full, which is a reasonable play. The thing can still do a lot of damage to my team. So, right here, I just go straight for the Rock Slide, not messing around with this. If it was like a bulky set with Bulk Up or Will-O-Wisp or even both, overpredicting would have been really terrible. So, yeah, go for Rock Slide. Keldeo doesn't take anything from it, obviously, because it's a Keldeo and I'm defensive. And right here, I'm a fucking man. He has seen that I have a Jellicent. I am a Jellicent, yeah. So he's not gonna stay in. I make the ballsy play and go for U-turn. I probably should not have done that because I need to think for Talonflame. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a man right here. Get the initiative. If there was a cancel button, I would have clicked Earthquake. But there's not, so. I get to switch into my Typhlosion though, which is nice. Klefki is gonna die, and nothing on his team wants to switch into this. This is a choice Specs Typhlosion. There are no switch-ins, sorry. There's no AV Hariyama. He brings in Hugh Hoofner, the Keldeo once again. And just look at this damage. That is a Keldeo. That's a bulky ass Pokemon. And it's resisted. Look at it. That is a solid 40, 45%. Or 50 even, I'm not sure. That is powerful! And right here I can just go into Jellicent. Jellicent doesn't care about anything. Even if he has HP Ghost, I should be able to live 2 from there if he specs. And if he specs, then I can switch out because I know that he's locked, depending on his damage. So, Secret Sword again. He decides to sack this, which is fine by me. I just go for Scald in case he wants to switch, and just I have no reason to not do that because I can easily live. If he turns out to be Expel or something, I can easily, or Life Orb or something, I can take HP Ghost even more easily and just recover up next turn. So I decided to go for Scald. He sacks Kelly. I'm not sure if I completely agree with that, but I recovered this turn because I had no reason not to. He dies from burn and he was obviously sacking it. Not sure if this counts as a Jellicent kill. In my eyes it is. That's clearly a Jellicent kill, but let's keep that to the officials. Right here he decides to go into Neon Mega. Takes all the Stealth Rock damage, so it's dead on entry. He decides to go for Air Slash, probably hoping for a flinch, and also probably just trying to weaken me for Mega Lopunny. But I don't flinch. I eat that all the way up, go for Scald, knock him out. Jellicent proving its worth, getting 1.5, 2 kills, depends on how you see it really. So, Jellicent looking good, sitting at 445 HP, and he brings in his Mega Lopunny, and he does not mess around. He goes straight for the high jump kick, and from that amount of health, it just straight knocks me the fuck out. Mega Lopunny is powerful. So, Jellicent goes down after doing some solid work. I'm proud of you, buddy. You did well. And right here, I go into David Alaba, Crobat. I can shoot every hit. And his only flying resistance at this point is Klefki. So I decide to go for a taunt to prevent the thing from setting up spikes anymore or doing anything else that is annoying. And also give me another free switch into my Typhlosion. Because a taunted Klefki is a not scary Klefki. Great sentence there. So I just go into that Typhlosion, take this free switch, as he reveals the Psychic, which is interesting. His Crobat hits Nidoqueen, it's the hardest it can hit those. And he gets a crit, which is annoying, but it doesn't really matter, really, because it just puts me closer to Blaze range. And right here I can just fire off a Fire Blast. That is Choice Specs, that is not Blaze boosted, I don't think. And he brings in Talonflame, which is probably full invested. And he takes half from Stealth Rocks. And is he going to take this Fire Blast? No, I'm sorry, Talonflame, you're not living. And Talonflame goes down. That's the biggest threat gone. I was happy at this point. I was pretty sure I would win, and so was he. So, yeah, he brings in Mega Lopunny. I keep Typhlosion around for the Klefki and go into my Landorus, because now I can freely play my Landorus as recklessly as possible. And he just goes straight for a jump kick, not doing any over predictions there. Doesn't do anything, of course. He goes for Ice Punch, and this is perfect because I can live one, get an Earthquake off, and then kill him with HP Fire from my split and win the game. Hey, he freezes me. He freezes me. And I don't thaw. It's just bullshit. But it's Ethan, so we expected that he gets lucky. And that's really annoying. This makes the game way more difficult than it has to be, way closer than it has to be, and way longer than it has to be. Because I could have just gone to Mesprit and clicked HP Fire twice after the Earthquake damage, but it's whatever. I decided to go into Mesprit, just go straight for the Psychic, because I don't really saw a reason to overpredict there. So yeah. He brings in Klefki here, and I switch out, because Psychic is not going to do anything. And I'm going to go into Crobat, because I can taunt the thing, and then get a free switch into my Typhlosion. And also defog spikes away if I feel like it. So he goes for T-Wave expecting Typhlosion, which is a good play. He could get lucky then, and you know, kill me maybe. It's his only chance of winning at this point, really. So he decides to get more spikes, which is reasonable, I suppose. I get paralyzed, which is really annoying. But this game, this game is like a good amount of turns longer than it should be, but it's no big deal. He goes for Psychic. I'm a bulky ass Crobat. I am chewing that hit all the way up. That is nothing. I go for defog this turn because spikes are annoying. I want to keep Typhlosion alive at decent health. So yeah, and I don't need Stealth Rocks on his side of the field because he kinda only has one Pokemon left. So right here, this turn I decide to go for Taunt. He goes for T-Wave expecting Typhlosion. Soul Play on his part, but does not work out. I taunt him, and I did a calc, knowing, and I know that Typhlosion can live a Psychic from there. Only left on 30 HP. He goes for Psychic. I can easily live that. And that does way too much. Holy shit, stop. Oh my god, he got another crit. You got 2 crits. It's not nice, but finish off with a Fire Blast. Do not miss, fortunately. That would have been really annoying. I would have been pissed as shit. That's Typhlosion's second kill. And that's the victory for us. The second win of the season. Another 3-0 victory. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm pretty sure we're on top of the league now. I'm not sure, but I think there's still one match that needs to be played at this point when I'm recording this. So I'm not certain, but yeah, we should be number 1, which is great. We build a win streak up, and if we can continue this, we're gonna win the season, hopefully. But it's only week 2. You can't say that, but it's just logical. If we keep this up, then we win. So yeah, GG to Ethan once again. It was a really intense match. Like, holy shit, I was sweating a little bit. It was really intense. And yeah, I'm not sure who I'm gonna name MVP of this match. I think it's gonna be Typhlosion and Jellicent, just because they did their jobs really well, and they both got 2 kills, just like Mesprit. I'm gonna say Jellicent got 2 kills. That's just me. And you know, everyone did work except for Nidoqueen, but I got up rocks. Rocks are really, really important this game. So yeah, everyone did jobs and did them well. Like, oh wait, yeah, Lando didn't do anything because Talonflame died, and then I got frozen. It was fucking stupid. Yep. If I would have gotten the Earthquake off, HP Fire from Mesprit would have killed Lopunny from there, depending on rolls. Like, I would have had to get 2 low rolls on Earthquake and on HP Fire for not to kill, and I can still have a return. So it's not. I would have won basically, and it would have been a 4-0 maybe. Wait, no, I would have had no. It would have been 3-0 anyway. Just would have been short of 3-0. So you know, there's that. But yeah, really good match, really intense match. We pulled out our asses once again. We won, and this time we didn't even get lucky. So we can actually play this game. We're not just lucky bad. Ethan. Yeah, this game was intense, and like I said, MVP Typhlosion Jellicent. Go check out Ethan's side of this match, because he's probably gonna give you some insight on his team and thoughts about my team and stuff. I'm really excited to see his side, really. Thank you once again, Slyro, for recording. Thank you for Jenning, and thank you Electric Storm 252 for giving me your Lando. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're on top of the league right now. At this point I'm recording this, I'm just gonna spoil it. We are on top of the league. Motherfucking first. Ah, this is glorious. With 2 3-0 victories. It's just fucking awesome. And I think it's time to learn a German word. And it's the German word for the leader or the first in the league. And that's Tabellenführer. You have to know that now, because that's what we are, and that's what we're hopefully going to stay for the rest of the season. So, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. We at Bayern Munich appreciate all 3 of those, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.